You alright, mates? Welcome back to part 11 of the Last of First Championship. Now, if you haven't seen the previous part, go and check it out right now, because there was some pretty wild weather occurrences happening there.
Shoot to thrill, ready to kill.
Okay, now that you've caught up, welcome along to the British Grand Prix. If you do go on to enjoy, obviously, please like and also subscribe if you haven't already, so you don't miss a single one of these episodes. Who are we driving as? Well, the screen might give it away, as always. But let's see what happened in qualifying. It's qualifying time, because, well, it's Saturday, stupid. Welcome to Britain, the birthplace of Formula 1. The World Championship in 1950 started here, with Lewis Hamilton currently setting the pole at... What? Team radio? What the hell?
Okay, Hamilton, we accept that some of our strategic decisions this season have been a bit, I think wayward is the word I'd use to describe it, but we've been extra vigilant with this one. We are absolutely miles ahead of the field in this Grand Prix, as per usual, really. Banter. And you do have enough time to pull up at the side of the racetrack if you'd like and pick up a turkey sandwich off one of our engineers. That would not be a problem at all. So Jeff will just head down now. Yeah, there he is for you. That's absolutely fantastic. And, oh, no! No, we've got the numbers wrong. We're not that far ahead. And again, I'll tell you what, there's something wrong with our calculator, but we do hope that you are enjoying it at least. You've ruined my race, and it doesn't even have any mayonnaise.
Right. Well, oh no. It's a shocker of a qualifying for Sir Lewis Hamilton, setting the pole time ahead of the championship leader Max Verstappen, but his engineer wanting to give him the sustenance he required. Well, it's cost him. It's cost him big time. But anyway, looking down the grid, as I said, Verstappen is on pole, nearly breaking into the 125s. It's Leclerc that beats out Sergio Perez for second place, though. Our teammate George Russell does brilliantly to get into fourth place, ahead of the Ferrari of Sainz and the Aston Martin of Alonso, who really kind of is underperforming considering the real-life pace of that. We're lost. We are lost. And I don't think I need to tell you why, especially when it didn't have the right amount of Hellmans to satisfy my cravings. But anyway, what can you say? McLaren, by the way, have really fallen like a brick. Look at them. 16th and 19th. What kind of acid are you on? Anyways, it doesn't change the facts of our result, which is that, we're lost. So Saturday, as always, is an absolute shambles. But ladies and gentlemen, you know what comes next. Sunday brings the sauce. 5 red lights come on, and now they go out, and so begins the British Grand Prix, and our surge through the field. Piastri tries to find a way past Sargent, but it's going to cost him big time. As round the outside, we run rings round the rest of the field. Up 4 places already, and the inside, we gobble up that opportunity, and suddenly we're up 9 positions on the first lap. The outside of Bottas might be a shout as well. And oh my goodness, yes it is. The grip and the confidence we already have is fantastic. Slipstream of Nico Hülkenberg now already in the points. We're going to double our points tally as down the inside of Hülkenberg we go into Brooklands, and through Luffield we go, on the tail now of Esteban Ocon. And what a fantastic start it's been in front of our adoring home fans, feeling pretty #blessed about that one. Anyway, in the slipstream of Esteban Ocon, and we calm it down a little bit, into Copse we go. Have a little bit of a lift off, because the dirty air really does affect things. But the absolute slingshot we get, the slipstream is so powerful around the Silverstone track. It's unbelievable. So we bide our time. Through Maggots and Beckett's we go. Slightly tentative on the way out, but we use the slipstream. We deploy our battery, and down the inside we go of Ocon, pulling alongside and sending one to the inside. And it's P8, just like that. That's absolutely fantastic. And already 4 points to our name. And we have a statement to make. This track we are already gelling with. We are finding the confidence and the grip and the... Anyway, sucking up the slipstream of Gasly, we send one into Brooklands. My goodness me. Absolutely disgusting dive bomb, but we make the most of it. P7 is now ours for the taking, as Carlos Sainz in the Ferrari is our next target to dispatch of here. Main thing is hopefully Gasly doesn't re-overtake words into Copse. You know what I mean. But luckily that move is immediately put pay to, and P7 is well and truly secure. So now we set after the saucy Spaniard, Carlos Sainz. Ahead of him, another saucy Spaniard of Fernando Alonso as we head onto the hangar straight here. And the move is never going to be on. DRS not enabled yet, obviously. But we are looking quick round this Silverstone track. So, hopefully, very, very soon, we can think about harrying Carlos Sainz and securing his P6 to our name. Christ on a bike! We're down the inside of Carlos Sainz. An unbelievable move into Brooklands again. That seems to be our prime overtaking spot. And suddenly we have P6 to our name. But not just that. We have fastest lap as well. Silverstone, a track which Sir Lewis Hamilton adores so much. A track which adores him so much. And he's showing all of his pace and guile as Verstappen tries to take the lead. There's battling going on up ahead. No idea what's going on. There's a yellow flag up ahead. What on earth has happened? Safety car? Who's going? That's Verstappen! Max Verstappen! I don't believe it. The championship leader has capitulated out of Cops. And he could be out of the British Grand Prix. It's happened 2 races ago. And it's happened again. He's out! He's out of the British Grand Prix. Oh my goodness. And out of Cops, he was in the lead of the race. There's Leclerc. But here comes Russell as well. And Verstappen. Oh my goodness, doesn't back out. He had everything to lose. He's leading the championship by such a comfortable margin. That's the last thing that needed to happen to him. He actually got the move done into Cops. A great move on the Ferrari, but Leclerc got the slingshot. Russell with an even stronger set of slipstream. And 3 into 1 just never goes. Verstappen should have had the centre of mind to know that and judge that. But unfortunately for him, that's his race already done. It's pure drama at the British Grand Prix, and you know what that means. You know what that means. We're going to come into the pits and get a free pit stop while we can. We're still going to stick to our original strategy, which was medium to softs, which might seem like a problem later on in the race, but I imagine that's what most of the field will end up doing as well during this race. So, into the pits we go from P5 now in this race. Fantastic kind of start we've got. My throat's dying in this race. So much has happened. An optimal turn, and we have to stack behind our teammate, who's now stuck behind both Alpine. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, my God. The whole field's in. The whole field. It's not... Oh, this is absolutely terrible. Oh, my goodness. We've been sat here for 30 seconds. You have to be joking me. Everyone at the end of the pit lane is going to get a huge advantage. This is going to completely shuffle the field. Oh, I have no idea what the repercussions of this. The whole field, line astern in the pit lane. Just the third. That's a Williams who's leading the Grand Prix. An AlphaTauri in second. We just come out of the pits. A 2.0 second stop from our team. Fantastic effort. But it's not going to be enough. We come out behind Sergio Perez. Somehow, though, still ahead of Carlos Sainz, who's gone on the... Are you actually joking me? This is your one opportunity. Ferrari, you... We're out of the pit lane after 69 seconds, so nice. But what's not so nice is now we're back to where we started, effectively. P18. I just... What the hell was that pit stop? Everyone in at the same time. No one even tried staying out. And as a result, the teams that you wouldn't have never thought in a million years had a chance now have the biggest chance of their entire season. Your leader is Alex Albon. Tsunoda's is second. Hulkenberg third. Sargent's fourth. Alonso has the biggest open goal to a win he's ever had this season. De Vries is sixth. That's how you know this season's a mess. Bottas is 7th, Magnussen 8th, Norris 9th, and Stroll in 10th. Our teammates in 13th. And look at this. Perez, Leclerc, and ourselves nowhere. So, end of lap number 5. The safety car comes in. And for the second time, welcome back to the F1 23 last to first. Hulkenberg's out. What on earth? Sorry. Interrupting my own intro. He's out before the safety cars come in. He said, I've seen enough of this shit. I apologise for the language. I don't actually, because this race has been outrageous. Genuinely outrageous. We're going to catch Perez napping. You're not supposed to be able to do this. That's the sound of me not caring. It actually upsets Perez's rhythm as he comes out the final corners. We use the slipstream, deploy the battery to the inside, and we dispatch of Sergio Perez up to P16. 2 positions gained technically on the restart, and now begins our almighty charge through the field to try and win Sir Lewis Hamilton the British Grand Prix for the obsceneth number. Honestly, I can't even tell you how many times he's won it in real life. But we need to do this. We deserve this victory. We were so close already. It would be even more sweet if we could do it in just 8 laps. Nearly 7 laps to go of the British Grand Prix. We set the fastest lap of the race. We are not here to mess around. I will double down and triple down on that. We are out for blood big time as Ocon gets it all kinds of wrong. Down the inside into Village we go. There are no houses to speak of, but we've remortgaged Ocon's position as he hits us. What? Honestly, when that position was done, there was no need for the dive. We lose time to Leclerc a bit as a result, but it doesn't matter. We claim P15, and I think Ocon's got damage from being a stupid idiot poop face, as Leclerc is now our next target of choice. Through Luffield we go, nothing doing there, no avenue opening up. On the hard tyres he's on, he's going to have a massive struggle trying to overtake Piastri, so we need to get rid of him as quickly as possible. To the inside of Charles Leclerc, into Cops. Hamilton didn't get it done last year, but he does it this year. P14 now. Next target's the McLaren of Oscar Piastri. Slipstream as powerful as ever as we descend through Maggots and Beckett, using the curbs and some more to really find some pace. Our exit's incredible. Look at that. We don't even need to use the slipstream. We can now slip into Zhou's slipstream and get past Oscar Piastri into P13. And the medium runner, the Alfa Romeo, will be easy prey. It's going to be annihilation down the inside. A big dive bomb, but we get it done. He actually nearly switchbacks us. But we're through into P12. Our teammate is firmly in our crosshairs now. He went onto the mediums as well. DRS enabled. And I can tell you now, the next about 3 minutes of this race are completely uncut. This is my entire charge through the field as Gasly slowing the pack down. Stroll and him fighting. The inside of George Russell is ours for the taking. P11 now. My goodness, it's all happening as Gasly gets a terrible exit. And we are going to gazump Pierre. Down the back straight we go. DRS wide open. My throat's dying, but our quest for points is not. Into the top 10 we go. And this sumptuous move here, as we slip down the inside of Lance Stroll, who does see us coming. It's a really opportunistic move, but it's P9 now. 3 points to our name. We are almost back to where we deserve to be. We continue our strong progress through the field as Lando Norris is our next target in the second McLaren. And I need to lie down. Stop lying down. Drive, you donkey. Lando Norris is our next target. I'm going to try and keep my voice down for a little bit because this race genuinely hurts to talk over. So much happened. You have no idea what kind of mental charge we had, but I'm going to have to speak up a bit. Norris is going to be minced down the inside. Easy as you like with the help of DRS. And the assistance of extra air means we upgrade ourselves to P8 in this race. 5 points to our name. But we know we can do more. We deserve more. We were charging through the field at the beginning of the race, and that was just after 3 laps. We set our best last sector of the race, meanwhile. And Kevin Magnussen is our next target on the hard compound tyres. De Vries, actually, still holding down 6th. Very impressive there from the rookie. But look at this. Through that corner, he backs him up so much. We don't need a second invitation. It's down the inside. Into the left-hander we go. And now we deploy ERS. Use a bit of DRS in order to really cause Nick De Vries some grief. So, slipstream deployed. We're not actually going to get past him right here. But look at this. The outside line is beautiful. It's disgusting for Nick De Vries. It's beautiful for the British people. Lewis Hamilton up to P6 now. An unbelievable move around the outside of Brooklands. 5th place Valtteri Bottas is right in front of us as well. Being held up by the Williams of Logan Sargent, who since 4th place. Alonso leads the race, by the way. The Grand Prix victory is surely his for the taking today. I mean, there's only so many miracles we can hope for, but you never know in this sport. Anything can happen as we get a fantastic exit. Bottas has DRS on Sargent, though, but look at the straight line speed we have. Bottas to the outside, we go to the inside, and down the inside of Bottas we go, just like Hakkinen did at Spa, except not really, because that was a bit different. But you know what, I don't care. Fantastic move. We sandwich Sargent, and we bring Bottas to grief as we upgrade to P4 now. The podium is firmly in our sights. And now we can take a breath, because the gap to Yuki Tsunoda means we have to actually skip forwards a little bit to see if we can catch up to him.
Here's some
What?
information
What's
on
going on?
Tsunoda for you.
What?
They've got an
No.
issue with their car. They're
No.
going to be slow.
You're joking. not Yuki Tsunoda. He's driven so well this race. His medium tyre strategy actually could have put him in the running for the win. But down the inside of Copse we go. And we are now on the podium places. And it's just Albon and Alonso between us and an historic British Grand Prix win. Surely there's no way we could do it, but with 2.5 laps to go, we have to keep believing until the very end. Albon has DRS, but such a shame for Yuki Tsunoda, who really deserves better than to have a mechanical problem. But Albon going for a move on Alonso, the inside line. He's not going down without a fight, is Alex Albon. Alonso does keep first place for now, though. And as we head on to lap 12, it looks increasingly more likely that Alonso, like I said, will win the British Grand Prix. The man we were right behind on lap 3. But it was luck of the draw, courtesy of that safety car. We were just in the wrong garage at the wrong time. But you know what I say? Never give up. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We will fight this until the very last turn. The litmus test is these 2 corners. We gain a couple of tenths on Albon in that right-hander alone. And another tenth through the left. Oh my goodness. We catch up by 3 tenths. We could do this. Could we actually be in the fight to win the British Grand Prix? This is it then. Last lap incoming. One final chance to try and win the British Grand Prix and send the home fans into raptures. Lap number 13 out of 13. What a drive it's been from us regardless. From last to nearly first. Twice now in this race. We've deserved the win so much. It's categorically unfair. But we have to see what we can do against Albon and Alonso. The gap under a second now. A brilliant first set of corners. And DRS will be wide open, but we're nowhere near close enough. Down the Wellington Straight. And as we head into Brooklands here, we close in a little bit more, but the chances are falling away. We've driven out of our skin this race, but you know what I say? We can't give up. We mustn't give up. There's every chance that we do this in the very last corners of the race, and we're going to make sure we count on that here. The only thing that will help us in really challenging these guys is if Albon thinks about attacking Alonso into the Magnussen-Beckett's complex. He's really close. He's going for it up ahead, but he doesn't go for the move. He does disrupt Alonso's rhythm a little bit, and through Magnussen-Beckett's we go, keeping it within the white lines. And oh my god, we are so close here. This is it. DRS open, battery being deployed. Albon goes for the move on Alonso. We used the slipstream on the Spaniard to the inside of Albon. It's done! It's done! I don't believe it! I don't care if Squeaky's returned. We've done it! In the dying moments of the British Grand Prix, on the last straight. The final corner's approaching so fast. DRS wide open. Albon surely thought he had it, but here comes Hamilton. Through goes Hamilton. And it's home race. I don't believe it. We're going to do it. We are going to do it. We've done it twice. We've done it. We got close the first time. But at Hamilton's home race, we crossed the line to win the British Grand Prix. An unbelievable drive. Twice we had to do it. And we conquered in the end. Mercedes have their first win of the season. And what a crazy way to do it. Driver of the day. Oh my goodness. What a race.
Well, they've done a brilliant job, I must say, under some intense pressure to take a well-earned victory here at the British Grand Prix. Anthony Davidson, what helped them deliver this result, do you think?
I think the key here was just the quality of the racecraft, you know. I mean, how many overtakes did they make overall? I'm sure we have a stat person keeping score somewhere, and it was fantastic to watch, wasn't it? This is a strategic sport at the end of the day, but it's always really gratifying to see close-fought battles on track. It's what all the fans are after.
After an excellent performance at the Grand Prix, I'm sure there'll be plenty of celebrations tonight amongst the Mercedes team, and they certainly deserve it.
There's some races that really you shouldn't win. There's some races that you shouldn't even be close to even having a shot of winning. But look at this. The adoring British fans have their wishes fulfilled. It's Lewis Hamilton winning the British Grand Prix. And it's the absolute craziest way to do it. And what a way for Mercedes to get their first win of the season. It's been a long time coming. But this is it. What a podium that is, by the way. Hamilton, Albon, and Fernando Alonso, first, second, and third. Williams, in this race, claimed their first podium of the season. And look at the top 10. You thought the top 3 alone was crazy. You haven't seen the rest of the results yet. Bottas 4th, Magnussen 5th. Our teammate managed to claw up to 6th, so Mercedes get a great Constructors' haul. Stroll 7th. De Vries and Sargent score their first points of the season in unbelievable circumstances. Tsunoda, despite the car problems, holds on to 10th. And look at that. Perez, Sainz and Leclerc all fail to score points. All fail to capitalise on Max Verstappen's downfall at the British Grand Prix. What a crazy story. You actually can't write stuff like this. I'm being genuinely serious. I had no idea how crazy this race was going to be. From last to 6th to last again effectively, and then the win in the dying moments. It's just I couldn't believe this race. It's unbelievable. We put absolutely everything into that race. Every piece of precision, every calculated move added up to this. It would have been heartbreaking to have come so close, but still I would have been proud of the drive we did today. But what a way to finish an unbelievable Grand Prix. Unbelievable is just the favourite word of the day, isn't it? But that's all you can say. A crazy race. A superb Silverstone spectacle. Hamilton has a win in 2023. And if that was crazy, hopefully we can translate that into the next race at the Hungarian Grand Prix. Before we wreak Hungarian havoc though, you know what time it is. The Drivers' Championship standings, and Verstappen's lead is actually unchanged. Leclerc and Sainz and himself all failing to score. Russell gets close to getting up into 3rd, but not close enough. Just 1 point off Carlos Sainz. But for Lewis Hamilton, an unbelievable weekend. Qualifying was a disaster. The race looked like it was a foregone conclusion, but you never give up. You always believe. And so he did. He's now on 106 points with fastest lap and the win, overthrowing Sergio Perez for 5th place. Alonso with his 2nd podium of the season, keeping a watching brief on the top 6. Bottas a big winner of the day, as was Alex Albon, up to 11th in the championship. Unbelievable from him. McLaren not scoring, but Haas with Magnussen getting a great haul. Great stuff from him. And look at that, De Vries and Sargent scoring means only Guan Yu Zhou is yet to score points. In the Constructors, Red Bull and Ferrari's amounts remain untouched, but it's Mercedes hot on their heels. Aston Martin firmly in 4th place. Meanwhile, Alfa Romeo and Haas and Williams all closing up to make it a 5-way fight for 5th place in the championship. With a crazy race comes chaos in the championships. And with a 5-way fight now after the British Grand Prix, it's an unbelievable circumstance. AlphaTauri still last on just 6 points. And so comes a close to the best last to first I've ever driven, and maybe you'll ever see. We might not be able to top all this spectacle at the Hungaroring, but you never know. You'll just have to wait and see. Thank you very much for watching round number 11 of the F1 23 Last to First Championship. If you did enjoy this utterly chaotic spectacle, then be sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already, so you don't miss a single round of the Last to First Championship or any other videos besides. Will there be any more craziness at the Hungaroring? Probably not. But you never know with this championship nowadays. Until then, though, thank you very much for watching. And until next time, I'll see you soon.